The final weekend of the summer. Hope you're enjoying it wherever you are as we are off and running on EA Sports. And we will not get a run back here to start. It's a touchback, and it will come out to the 25.
Ready. Make rest.
Starting the drive with Algier. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. Now, this defense for the Eagles, terrific last week in the season-opening victory.
And every defensive team that we talk to, they spend a lot of time talking about creating turnovers. And anytime you get 2 or more in a game, you've had a really good performance. They exceeded that number in a huge way. They got the football back 4 times in the win.
And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. 14 yards there on a Falcon first down.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down, executed it to perfection. And he'll take this one up close to about the 45. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. The Falcons had 0-1 on the year following the loss in the opener. And listen, they knew last week they were in for a tough fight on the road, but now here's the home opener and a chance to get things right.
And I like the way that you presented that because the bottom line is they didn't come out of that loss discouraged. They just came home and said, hey, if we do what we're supposed to do, protect our home turf, we'll be just fine.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Pressure comes, and down he goes. The Eagles get there for the sack. Josh Sweat rushing in and bringing him down to the ground. The Falcons send out their punter. As the first drive of the game stalls out, he's on to punt. This is taken around the 12. Well, on that punt, we've got a man shaken up. So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside.
Here we go.
They start on the ground here at Sanders. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Back to throw, Smith. And that's complete to Sanders. And he'll be taken down at about the 22-yard line. And I think that's a pretty good illustration of why they try to get the football into his hands out of the backfield. That was something else. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. They'll fake the handoff. Now Smith. He's got it. Touchdown. Dallas Goedert. His first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Eagles will claim the early lead as they're on the board first here tonight. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. Following the touchdown, here's Gay to kick it away. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. The last series for them, a little disappointing, forced to punt. And now they'll try to do better here and come away with some points as they begin this drive, 1st and 10. Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Well, it doesn't take any great analysis, no jokes, partner, okay? All right, on this one. But we just know that we're going to see this as the game moves forward. There's going to be 2 guys on him at just about every snap.
It's kind of a dare to throw his way, but they have to keep throwing his way.
The benefits could be great. You throw it to a great receiver, he could come down with it anyway.
He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And this is going to be incomplete.
Looks like a second empty possession to start the game, and certainly not the way you want to start when you come in off of a loss last week. Every team talks about starting fast. They're hoping on their next possession, it can be a delayed fast start and get them going.
Found good room to run there. Returns it 14 yards. And it will be Eagles football, 1st and 10. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They'll be looking to duplicate that first drive, the one that got them that 7-0 lead.
Of course they would. Look, they're on the road. So getting the 7-0 lead was huge for them, right? Imagine getting up 2 touchdowns on the road, taking the crowd out of the game. That'd be ideal. But that was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
Now a throw here to his running back. He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it can turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
And he's got his man. It's the tight end Goddard. This across midfield and inside the 45. From Falcon territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 43. Up the middle they go with Sanders. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help.
And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. Still won the ball game. They leaned on other people to give them the yardage that they needed, but they really want him to be that guy, and that's what they're doing early in this game.
And that's going to be good for another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 21. They'll fake it. Now Smith. That is caught. It's the tight end Goddard. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another 1st. Smith. Steps away to his left. And he'll just chuck this one up into row G. It's incomplete.
Excellent recognition that none of his receivers were beating coverage and getting open, so he just threw that one away. They'll come back to the huddle, reset, and try something different.
They'll try again here from the 7 on 2nd and goal.
19 tight, 19 tight. 79 Broncos.
On the draw, here's Sanders. And they get him down at the 1. He had the broken tackle, but ultimately could not get into the end zone. A nice run there as he picks up 6. It's going to be 3rd and goal now. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes 3rd and goal. Sanders again. And I don't think he got in. He did not. They mark him short of the goal line. No gain on the play. And what to do now on 4th and goal? Well, let's see what they do. They're knocking on the door here in the 2nd quarter.
And you know what you look at on your play sheet? your two-point conversion plays, because you've drawn up a number of them in today's football. You don't just have one or two for the game. You have more like 6 or 7. Which one do you like here? Because that's essentially what you're going for.
Fighting for the end zone. He lost the football. It's out. And the offense will recover, but it won't make much difference here. This will still be a turnover on downs. They're turned away on 4th and goal. And the Falcons able to muster together a goal line stand. 1st down, and they'll start with Algier. And he is going to lose yardage here. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Yeah, another negative play in an early down situation. This one to start the drive. You're putting a lot of pressure on your quarterback to bail you out when you're in 2nd and long yardage.
Here we go.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. That's out quickly to London. And they'll mark him down right around the 9, just shy of the 10. So they'll get 8 out of that completion. And this will wind up being a 3rd and 3.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first.
Ready?
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air.
Open man is Kyle Pitts, his tight end.
And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. It was 3rd and short, and they go flying past the marker for a gain of nearly 30 yards.
This offense hoping to avoid the 0-2 start. They trail, but they've got a 1st and 10 here. And strong running there as he's across midfield and down to the 49.
That's over 40 yards of movement with those last 2 plays.
Yeah, they really needed to get something going, didn't they? They had punted on the last 2 possessions. The running game was starting to come to the front for them, providing a nice pickup there to keep this drive going.
Now here's a pass on 1st down that's knocked away and incomplete.
They had their backs up against the wall a little bit, and they come through by forcing an incompletion. Now they've got to continue to ratchet up the intensity a couple of more times and get off the field before giving up any more yardage.
And he's going to take this close to the 1st down marker as he stopped at the Eagles' 41. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. Now a give, right side. It's Young. And they needed 2. They could only get 1. 4th down.
What an advantage having an elite guy in the middle of the defensive line, because not only does he take up the space and let the linebackers run free, but he can also make plays himself, as we just saw there.
They'll try and run the option.
And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. 4th down, no problem. Just a ho-hum pickup of 14 to keep the offense on the field.
So the drive stays alive after the 4th down conversion. 1st and 10 inside the 30. On 1st and 10, it's Algier.
And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10.
Here's Algier again on 2nd down.
And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9.
42 yards now on the ground on just 7 carries.
On the set. Shield, black. Green jack.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw.
That's caught left side to tight end Pitts.
And he gets halfway home from the 10 to the 5 on a pickup of 5. And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal. Now a handoff up the middle. Young. And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. A great effort there.
With his 4th rushing touchdown on the year.
And the Falcons drive the entire length of the field, 99 yards for the score. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away.
From deep in the end zone. He's going to bring this out. And he's probably realizing he should have stayed in the end zone as he can only muster a return to the 14-yard line. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive.
And last time, they had it 4th and goal, rolled the dice, didn't get it. Now they've got to put that behind them, try to put together another drive.
A simple tip of the cap, a nod of the head to the defense. Congratulations, you got us last time. But you didn't hold us the whole time. We got down to position where we were able to be in position to score. Let's go ahead and attack again. Continue to have that kind of confidence, not worry about the one play that didn't allow them to get into the end zone.
And this time they'll be trying to get it into the end zone. We'll see what they do. Now Geno on 1st down. Going for the deep ball. It's caught inside the 25.
And he's brought down here just outside of the 20. Well, make that now 2 completions for him on this drive, and these aren't ordinary completions. They're big ones.
Yeah, these are the types that make a secondary talk to each other and not in a good way. Oftentimes pointing fingers. Hey, who's got him? Someone cover it. That type of indecision can open up to even more big plays.
But now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete.
And not a common sight, at least on this drive. A momentary setback, though, for this passing game. It has been moving well this series. Good thing for them, though. Still 2 more downs to connect and try and pick up another 1st down.
That's going to be caught. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the 1st down. They'll run with Sanders. And he is going to lose yardage here. Now a 2nd timeout called for by the defense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. On 2nd and goal, Smith. And he's just going to throw this one out of bounds here. Nowhere to go with it, incomplete.
I'm really liking what I'm seeing from this defense because their coverage has been playing at a shutdown level so far. Even backed up late, they're forcing incompletions and fighting to keep them out of the end zone as the 1st half winds down.
They'll try to run with Sanders. And he's in. Touchdown, Eagles. Miles Sanders, his 3rd touchdown now on the year.
And the Eagles will take the lead here in the final minute of the 1st half.
Extra point by Gay is up and good. And that makes the score 14-7. Matt Gay set to kick off. After the touchdown, it's Gay to kick this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line as they take over with exactly 1 minute to go here before intermission.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. Flushed out right. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked up by James Bradbury.
And the Eagles will take over possession here up at the 44.
They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 at their own 44. After the interception, here's Smith. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted.
Picked off by A.J. Terrell. And the Falcons are going to take possession of the football.
So the first thing that crossed my mind is why didn't they just sit on the lead and take it to the locker room? They're in good shape.
Absolutely. And from this spot on the field, now you've given the other side a chance for points here going into intermission.
Yeah, you changed the momentum of the game, and it's something you did not need to do.
Eagle pressure, too much this time. Down he goes. Falcons going to use their third and final timeout as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now second down and 22 yards to go. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. They set themselves behind the chains, trying to get it all back in one play, and it backfired.
Didn't it feel like a pitcher working his way into a 3-0 count, right? You're behind. What do your coaches always tell you? Get it back one pitch at a time. In this case, they tried to get it back right away, and it didn't work out.
The Smith's throw complete there to Smith. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining here in the second quarter. Looking to throw again on second down. Smith can't get away, and he's taken down. Now a tough spot for Geno Smith and company after the sack. It's 3rd and long. They'll throw now on the final play. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. So the Eagles with the lead, and they're going to get this football first as the third quarter gets underway. This is going to be returned from middle of the end zone. And he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line, so bringing it out of the end zone proves not a good decision, loses them about 4 yards. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And Charles, they've got the lead. Put your coaching hat on here now. What's the game plan for the second half?
I think getting the running game going a little bit more, because I thought in the first half they didn't get it moving the way that they would like. They had success throwing it, but I think these first couple of drives, they'll want to get those running backs going and give them more opportunities, and I will guarantee you that those guys were lobbying for them in the locker room at halftime.
On 1st and 10, it's Sanders. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
And they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
18, right here.
Off of play action, here's Smith. Looking deep downfield. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
Sure, that pass was incomplete as they made an attempt to get a big one downfield. But that's okay, because the second part of that is if you don't get the completion, at least you've told the defense you're trying to stretch them out a little bit, and they may have to change accordingly.
Throwing on 3rd down, Smith. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. Give him 10 that time, escaping the danger, running with it, and picking up a 1st down. Now it's Smith. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. Just his 2nd catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains. Working with the lead, trying to get to 2-0. Here's 1st and 10. Now a play fake, and it's Smith. And his throw is incomplete.
Nice progress down the field, was halted by that incompletion. They could try for some safe yards here to get things moving again, or keep throwing it and pushing it downfield to try and pick up bigger yardage.
They go back to the ground with Sanders. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
Now the throw on 3rd down, knocked away and incomplete.
Sometimes the game is pretty simple. Put a few extra defensive backs on the field, give them nowhere to throw the football, force the incompletion, and get off the field on 3rd down.
And Gay knocks this one through, and they will move up by 10 now, 17-7.
Well, they picked up right where they left off in the first half. First drive after the break, they come away with 3 and increase that lead.
Yeah, and you just want to keep building on that lead, don't you? Whether it's 6 points or 3 points, take everything you can get, keep maneuvering, keep adding to it, keep making it difficult for them to come back.
And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. And their deficit a little wider now than it was at halftime following the field goal a moment ago.
But the goal is still the same because you know they want to come out, establish a rhythm in the second half, and get going. Make no mistake about it, though. Kicking field goals, not in their game plan. They need to get the ball in the end zone.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10.
Handing it off, right side, Algier.
And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. Now a give, right side. It's Young. And he takes this up right near the 45-yard line. 4 yards on the pickup there as they get it back to a more manageable 3rd and 7. Back to throw. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Young. And he goes down, but not before getting his inside the 25. It'll go as an impressive 31-yard gain. Well, they'll run it here on the jet sweep. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down.
And a tackle there by C.J. Gardner-Johnson.
Let's just make this one succinct. Nice job there. All 11 guys on defense diagnosing the jet sweep and putting it down.
On 2nd, here's Algier.
And he's brought down after a very nice game. Last play they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. This is Young on the carry, and he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on 1st down. On 2nd down now, it's Young, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down.
Here we go.
They'll look to run with Algier, and he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. Tyler Algier taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Falcons are able to cut into this deficit here in the final minute of the 3rd. Koo able to connect on the extra point. And it leads down to a field goal at 17-14.
Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. This will be returned from deep in the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. Their lead down to a field goal now as they start with a 1st and 10. And it's been like this all night long. Nowhere to run as they stop him behind the line. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the third quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
Now on 2nd and 13, Smith. Going down the middle, and it's complete. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. 1 quarter remains here as we wrap up the week on a Monday night.
Come on. Hey. 19 right.
On first down, Smith. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down.
Oh, nice defensive effort there, providing the hit as the ball got to the receiver, separates him from the catch, and normally he's a sure-handed target.
Smith, an incomplete pass on first down. Now it's 2nd and 10. Now Geno. And this one is going to be off the mark, too far out in front. Just a little beyond the reach there of his receiver. That's probably one he wishes he had back.
He wishes it had been 7-on-7 in practice, or maybe even routes versus air, because that's a completion he makes, 9.9 times out of 10? Just missed that one.
Read alert.
Here's Smith. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. Critical play in this football game, because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that if they pick up a first down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
Here we go.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. Their defense accomplished step 1 of the mission. They forced the punt. Now they'll look to erase that deficit and take a 4th quarter lead. Tackle there by big Jordan Davis. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. They'll set up a throw. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down. The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This is 3rd and 8. They'll set up to throw. And he's going to go down. Back at his own 5-yard line, it's a sack. The Falcons send out their punter as he's on here to punt it away. So a short drop, but he's able to get it out, and this is a good kick. Taken from just outside the 30. A very good kick there, but 15 yards on the return. And the Eagles will have it, taking over 1st and 10. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. Their defense got the stop, forced the punt, and now you really start to monitor the clock as they nurse this slim lead. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. That's good for 28 yards. From Falcon territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 26-yard line. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
To throw again on 2nd down. Smith. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And they're going to get this down to about the 17-yard line here.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders. Hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or?
Better against man, because now you're running away from someone and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
They only get 2 there, but on 3rd and 1, that's all they needed to keep the drive alive. Play action. It's Smith. And Goddard's got it. Touchdown, Eagles. A great play there. With 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Eagles get an important score there to extend their lead here in this 4th quarter. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And his guys will take a 10-point lead.
Falcons 14.
Following the touchdown, here's Gay to kick it away. And there will not be a return here. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 25-yard line.
Here we go, set.
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. Well, that last touchdown we just saw, what an important one. Now it's back to a 2-score deficit for this crew as they take the field here, and they are in desperate need of finding the end zone. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
And they have just now been able to block him at all throughout this game. Seems like every other play, he's doing something in the backfield. Already got 2 sacks, and now here's a tackle behind the line.
Here we go on 2nd and 12. He's going to go for a big play downfield. Well, this is intercepted. They get Ritter for the 3rd time. Chauncey Gardner-Johnson with a pick. And the Eagles are going to take possession here at their own 33. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. It'll be Sanders to begin the drive. And nothing much materializing there on the 1st down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. They'll go again with Sanders. And he's got it up over the 40 to the 41.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Throwing for Smith on the out route, and it's caught. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. It'll go as a gain of 6 that time, and it moves the chains as well. This offense really looking polished these first couple of weeks. Here's 1st and 10. They'll run with Sanders up the middle. And a solid run here as he'll pick his way down to the 42-yard line. 40 yards rushing on 12 carries for him now.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now I could be in that huddle with that offensive line. I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call a timeout. Run the football. We've got control of this thing. Get him behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine.
Here we go, set.
And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down.
You've got to be impressed by that defensive front on reps like those. They were not being moved off the line, kept their shoulders square, and gave their teammates time to fight to the ball and limit that gain.
This, in all probability, another run here on 2nd and 8. They'll run with Sanders. And he's got room. And a very determined run there as he'll take this all the way down to the 27. Good effort. 14 yards there and an Eagle 1st down. Starting to look like this drive, it may be the final nail in the coffin.
Well, this is why you work out so hard, right? This is why you spend all that time in the offseason. This is why you have those OTAs and mini camps. For these situations, these scenarios, to run someone into the ground